Hey, what's up guys, Simpson here. So I'm actually in the garden bit at the moment. There's the odd problem with being here. You get the smell of like a sewage smell, and it's a bit ugh. Um, the view is just amazing. Now, when I was in my hotels, uh, the view from the motel one in Newcastle when I was in my room was cool, was good. Then the room view from Glasgow was cool as well. Uh, but like predominant, I mean, like it's quite a cool city skyline, and like you get a nice view, but I don't think it really beats here. Like there was a lot of the time when with those places that you could see what was where, and you could hear a lot of noises. I mean, they are cities. You did if you just didn't hear anything, you'd be a bit odd, unless it was like early on in the morning. But it is actually just so nice here. It the thing is for the view is very nice. If you get higher up as well, the views are very nice as well. I think getting that smell again. Whew. I think the problem is with here is like for like dog walking, like stay like with home for me, like not here but like back home. I can start off and be like, I have various options of where to go to like vary it up, to like to vary the activity or where you want to go up. Whereas here, it is pretty much walk left or walk right, and a lot of the paths are quite minimal. It smells bad. Uh, that's the only drawback, really. I think like there's very little for the dogs. I mean, from pretty much here, you've got to either drive or B get the bus to like a different location. I mean, I did an 8 miler yesterday, so I walked along the main road all the way to the end, then went up into like the forest where a lot of it said like, "Oh, don't carry on any further. There's forestry work going on," and I'm like, "There's nobody here. There's nobody." So I went all the way along pretty much to up. See, I just pretty much walked left all the way around, and there's a bit of a path. There's a bit of a road up there where you could have either come back, but I just carried on. And there's a big house which is abandoned. Well, it isn't. It is and it isn't. It has owners, but it hasn't been lived in for at least like a year or so. It's got smashed glass in it, and it's old, and it looks left. It looks abandoned. Had my dinner there, and then like I carried on walking towards like Blairmore, but it was so hot yesterday. I was just like, wow. It was hard to do the walking yesterday because I think, tired from the day before, and not only that, I've cut my toe open a tiny little bit at the front because there's steps down here, and on one of the days I just lost balance, and then kicked one of the tiles, and I just cut my toe open a little bit, and I just banged it now, and it kills, and it's just started to bleed a little bit again, which is a bugger. See, I did 8 miles of walking yesterday, and the thing is, that's alright if you're on your own. If you're walking around here, it's on your own. But when it's like with dogs, I'm like, they can't really do as much exercise as they could or would do normally. They can play down here, which is fine, which is okay because it's like quite a good, decent garden for them to play in. But like pretty much, there's not really a lot for them. to like explore. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but if I point that way, I mean, I can't even see it on screen because it's that bright. Yeah, I just see him a minute, so 5 minutes 20. But like, I don't know if you can see it on camera. I mean, I'm pointing over there. There's a bit of greenery, but like going further that way, there's some holiday homes. So wow, that sun is coming out. Wow. But like, there's a big section of green, which I thought would be a good idea for the dogs to go on, like to have a little run around. And the thing is, I had the thought of like, what if I was to walk to that? There's a beach further north called Ardentinay or something like that. And even when I got back to the main road from yesterday, I had a look on the map to see where I was compared to that beach, and I was still like 10 miles away. And it definitely looked it. So I think we're going to go there today, potentially, because it's a big enough beach for the dogs and it's a good size. Plus they can have a good run as well. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm not doing as much walking and I say that compared to yesterday, but over the last... That's the washing machine finished. So compared to like my walking in my city, in the cities and everything, I got up early and I was just kind of in that routine of getting up early and doing as much as I can within that area. It's gonna keep beeping, isn't it? I was just trying to do as much as I can within that area because I was only going to be there for a day, and it was just on to the next location. Whereas for here, because of yesterday, I've pretty much just done. That's going to keep beeping. I gotta leave it. But I pretty much did all of the walking I could do yesterday, covering like a lot of space to the left and then to the right. So yeah, I've pretty much done like all there is around here on my own. So when it comes to the dog walking, I'm just gonna keep it minimal. Like, do a bit that way, come back. Do a bit that way, come back. I mean, tomorrow I'm not gonna really do much walking with the dogs. Actually, I probably will walk them in the morning initially, first. But tomorrow I'm gonna do some ferry hopping. So I'm gonna get the bus from here. So literally just going. I have to press the button to turn it off, I guess, don't I? That washing machine. Normally with the washing machine at home, it goes off and it don't keep beeping. This one just keeps beeping until like you turn it off. So my plan tomorrow is I am going to go to the bus stop, which I kid you not is just you go up this bit of out through this drive, turn left for like 10 seconds, and then there's a bus stop right there. And I'm going to check on my phone the timetable schedule, because the timetable schedule on here is so damn complicated. It motivates you to not want to get a bus because it is a shit system. It is terribly shit. Which makes you think, oh, I'll look at my phone instead. And it's layered out on your phone better. It's like, oh, next bus is then, next bus is then, next bus is then. Not just showing every single... Right, this is the thing, with the first buses, it shows you the time scales, but it's not complicated. Here, it's hurting my brain looking at it. So looking at my phone is actually helpful. It's not set out well at all here, the system. And also, when you get to the bus stop as well, it just says bus stop. So it's hard to know what bit you're at. It just says bus stop. So anyway, apart from that, I'm going to get the bus from out there, get a bus to Gourock, which is only just over there, but you have to drive like 4 miles that way, that way, to then loop around back over to there, which is Dunoon. Then I'm going to catch a ferry from Dunoon to Gourock, or as people say around here, Gourock. Then I'm going to catch a ferry from Gourock or Gourock to Kilcreggan, which is like literally like, if you imagine on a map, it's like that close. So it's like, it takes about 30-35 minutes to get from here to Gourock on a ferry, and then it's going to probably take like 10-15 minutes from Gourock to Kilcreggan. Then I'm going to do the walking in Kilcreggan first for a little bit, then catch the ferry back to Gourock, do a bit around Gourock, then I'm going to catch the ferry back from Gourock to Dunoon, do a bit around Dunoon, then I'm going to meet my parents in Dunoon for tea. Then I think that's when we're going to go to that piece of greenery with the dogs, which I actually don't know if you can see. I'm just pointing. I'm pointing that way. I don't know if you can see it. I've already done a time-lapse video, so you will see that on the time-lapse. I have done 3 gameplay videos. I did 2 yesterday. 1 half an hour and 1 10 minutes. It's actually stopped beeping. And one last thing. I made the mistake in Glasgow. Right, it's not the mistake of buying a Celtic t-shirt, the Celtic FC t-shirt. It's not that mistake. The mistake was to wear it around Glasgow and actually get the ferry to Dunoon, because I got heckled for wearing it. Because I think if you're in any other Scottish football t-shirt, like I am, in like Queens of the South, or Queen of the South, or Stranraer, or whatever, people will be like, oh, okay. People won't judge you for it. But if you're in a Celtic or a Rangers t-shirt, then things get a bit debatable and heated. Because there's a big thing for Scotland, because I think it's Celtic and the Catholic side of Scotland, and Rangers is the Protestant side of Scotland. So there's a very big religious thing between the two. So it's not just a simple fact of like Manchester United and Manchester City, the fact that they're big rivals. It's adding religion to it too, which is also a bit odd, really. Because somebody who's actually staying in Dunoon, I don't know if he's staying there now, but he's staying at the Argyle Hotel, was on the ferry too, like opposite me, and they made out that I was thick because I was wearing a Celtic t-shirt, and I was just like, oh, alright, okay. So it's in the cupboard, and I am not bringing it out until I go back to England, because I'll wear it in England and it's no problem, because, well, it's not an issue. It won't be in England, but here it is. And another thing as well, because I've been travelling and I've been to the different locations, and I've been out to the different locations having breakfasts, dinners and teas. How much I've got in money wise is a bit skeptic. I'm like, oh god, no, I've not got a lot, but it could be a lot worse. I mean, the thing is, it's gone down. Obviously, it's gone down because I've been paying for the hotels and whatnot. So obviously, it's going to go down because I've paid for that, and also as well, I've been paying for my own meals out as opposed to being at home and having a meal at home from like the freezer or whatnot, and then having gone to work and have a free meal for work. Have a work meal anyway. Yeah. So yeah, as of now, just gonna chill out. I need to make a McDonald's video for this new promo that started at 11. Normally I make a promotional video and then I put it up. I have not done that yet. Yeah. Oh god. Oh dear. Bits. Oh, that was not good. I'm gonna stop this. Then I'm gonna record inside the McDonald's promo video. Yeah. So as of now, thanks for watching, and yeah, goodbye.